Let's talk about how to manage baby boomers in the workplace. By the end of this video, you're going to be ready to understand how to leverage the baby boomers' loyalty as one of your greatest business assets. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about some best tactics for managing baby boomers, and I'll also explain why those tactics are effective for them. And then we'll dig into how to best handle it when a baby boomer is struggling to follow your lead. The first most important thing to understand when you're trying to figure out how to best lead baby boomers in the workplace is to understand their relationship with employment. Because that's the context in which they're going to be making decisions about what level of performance and difficulty or smoothness to bring to you every day. And the North Star in a baby boomer's relationship with employment is loyalty. These are the people who stick around through the good and especially the hard times because they believe it's going to pay off for them. And the good news is, for them, it mostly did, because most baby boomers entered the full-time adult-aged workforce between 1965 and maybe 1980, 85 at the latest. And so that was during a period of time where across many industries, there were really meaningful payoffs for loyalty to an employer. There were pensions, there were benefits, unions, lifetime benefits, not just benefits, and also meaningful employer contributions to retirement funds. So they came in not wanting to change employers, and it's great for them because if they stuck with one company for 25, 30, 40 years, it really paid off. The other thing that made loyalty so important for them is who their parents were, right? Their parents were primarily the silent generation. The silent generation were the soldiers and spouses of World War II. This is the generation that under catastrophic loss and trauma literally saved the world through loyalty, through chain of command, and through following orders even when you didn't fully understand why. And when those soldiers came home to their spouses after great loss, they wanted to just have a simple life. And so they created Suburbia, and they basically took that loyalty-based approach to life and to work, and they laid it into the companies they built and the families they led. And so baby boomers inherited that focus on loyalty and the value of it from their silent generation parents. It has a massive impact on how they work. Once you know their relationship with employment, and there's a whole lot more details to it than what I just said, but I gave you the core of it. The most important thing you can do, the most effective thing you can do is accept it. Don't fight it. Also, baby boomers they've had several decades of life by this point in time. They're not going to change very much. And that's okay. To be honest, they don't have to change who they are for you to get the best work they have to offer. So accept their relationship with employment and use it as a starting point. Use it as a source of momentum, a current you can use to make your pathway to getting best results out of them as smooth as possible. Now, specifics. First and foremost, be loyal to them. We know they value loyalty, right? That's the heart of their relationship with employment. So reward the loyalty they give you by being loyal to them. This can be difficult in today's work and economic environment where layoffs are super frequent, where cost-cutting measures are constant, and where performance expectations are extremely high. Everybody has to do more with less. Loyalty can feel like a luxury or it can feel like a massive expense, but I gotta tell you, it's gonna cost you a lot more to replace a baby boomer than it is to keep them. Now you might hire somebody who's younger and they might have a lower salary. You might save some money there. But the loss of decades of experience and expertise and brilliance that you will incur if you lose a baby boomer team member is significant, and it's not to be overlooked. Next, make sure that you leverage their experience and their expertise because they've got a lot of it. They've been around for a while, they've seen work, they've seen life. Like one of my personal favorite things to do when I'm around a baby boomer is to listen to them. God, I learn so much. But also, they are used to having their experience and their expertise listened to for the majority of their life. And then, Once they start to age into sort of visible senior citizen years, the world starts to respond to them the way it usually responds to senior citizens, which is to take them less seriously. So if you want to be different, and if you want to get their best work, leverage their expertise. Ask for their guidance. They will give it to you, and they will also respect the boundaries of, even though you're younger, you're still their leader. Also, super important, you need to be deliberately inclusive of them as a team member. Here's a great example. You plan an off-site social event for your team. Maybe it's go-kart racing. Maybe it's a carnival with a lot of physical activities like bumper cars. Maybe it's something that is not the most physically safe or comfortable for a baby boomer. Maybe it's at a location or a time of day that's not ideal for a baby boomer. If you have the great fortune of having baby boomers on your team, make sure that you consider their reality in how you approach your day-to-day work, and also the perks, the things that are meant to strengthen the relationship and increase their satisfaction. Because if you're not in the mindset of identifying where those disconnects could be for them, you're going to run the risk of having that actually have a negative impact. Now also, I don't want to paint a picture of baby boomers as being like infirm and old and they can't move around. That's not the case at all. But I'm saying that they just have different needs, and they're going to feel included under a specific set of circumstances. Have the wisdom, have the foresight to identify those circumstances and then deliver on them. Okay, now that we've talked about how to manage baby boomers, let's go to the next generation below, my generation, Generation X. If you go to the video that's linked in the description of this video, it's going to take you to my talk through how to manage Generation X employees. It's going to give you all kinds of insights and tactics on how to effectively decrease the distance between you and your Gen X employees when you're trying to generate great business results together. See you there.